I grew up a Christian and am still scared. I'm being deceived by Satan. Help me find peace. What did Jesus mean by the only way to the Father through me?
Okay, you really want this? Oh my god, this is fun. Okay, I'm going to sum this up for you in a way that you can understand it in like 30 seconds, I hope. No, I'm going to take longer than that, but here. Christ consciousness, Christ was not a person. This is what we have to understand. Christ consciousness was a huge group consciousness. Now, what you're calling Jesus, which is the person that the Christ consciousness funneled itself through as a channel, basically, was just the first person to bring Christ consciousness down to the planet. That's all that person was. Christ consciousness, which is the most important thing to understand because it is making a massive resurgence at this time on the planet, is very simple. It is choice. I literally just want you to take that word, write it down. It is choice. When you're talking about Christ, you're talking about free will, which is what choice is all about. Versus luciferian consciousness, which is determinism. Now, what's really, really important for you, right, to understand is that there is nothing inherently evil about determinism. Now, determinism is the opposite of choice. It's action-reaction, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? So there's nothing inherently wrong about determinism. It was a thought within the mind of God. Determinism was a thought within the mind of God, and so is the concept of choice. Now, the reason why it's so important to decide to be part of Christ consciousness is because it's a choice. It's to say, I choose free will, right? If you exercise your choice, free will, you are in alignment with Christ consciousness. Now, here's where things get a little shady, right? To the degree that you are unconscious, you often are actually operating from a space of determinism. This is what any unconscious pattern is about. I feel anger, so I punch someone. Do you see there's no choice? It's determinism. It's action-reaction. We could say in any one of these circumstances that we are aligning with Luciferian consciousness, that we are doing a deal with the devil, or XYZ. But I feel like thinking in this way is very limited, and it's very low consciousness. It's very human. We have to understand things in concrete ways, but it is literally the kindergarten level understanding of this concept. If you want to align with free will and with Jesus, basically, just make choices. Make it a choice when you get triggered to punch somebody or not. Even if you're in a choice space of I choose to punch them, that's actually part of Christ consciousness. Isn't that crazy? But as you become more and more conscious, obviously your choices are going to be in favor of other people instead of against them. As your consciousness increases, you start to recognize every being as part of thyself. And so obviously I can't punch you or hurt you without hurting myself, which is what makes the choices at that point so in alignment with the rest of the life on planet Earth and beyond versus out of alignment. The reason why demons, determinism, are polarized or flee at Jesus' name is because the frequency of Christ consciousness is choice. Determinism and choice are polar opposites. They are not a vibrational match. They repel each other naturally. So that's your answer there. Was there anything else attached to that answer that I didn't answer? Or that question that I didn't answer? You don't remember?
I feel like that was good.
Here's something I need to tell you as a fellow previous Christian. I wasn't previously Christian, but as a previous Christian, or somebody who was born Christian, or even who still identifies as Christian, right? Fear, the frequency of fear, is a polarizing vibration. It is the exact opposite of love. Most people think hate is the opposite of love. It's actually fear. To love is to take something as thyself. To fear is to push something away from yourself. So Christ, the ultimate choice, basically, that Christ was teaching about. Christ consciousness is all about choice. The ultimate choice is the choice to love, which is to take something as part of thyself. If you're in a state of fear, and this is my major issue with Christians in general, okay? Christians in general, they love to propagate fear. Fear the devil, fear demons, fear people who XYZ, at the same time as talking about love. And it is a complete contradiction. So the more Christian you are, ironically, the more capable you are of taking other things as thyself, including demons, including that which you want to push away from yourself. And this is the ultimate teaching of Christ that is coming back, thank God, now in this day and age, as opposed to what has been taught for thousands of years by disciples who didn't understand a freaking thing that Jesus said. So there's my spiel.